Shall we start? I'm paying homage to the Buddha. I'm reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So we are giving about Puttamaṃsūpama Sutta. Puttamaṃsūpama Sutta is dealing with nutrition. There are 4 kinds of nutritions. So the first one is food. So the Buddha taught, we also have thoughts about the food, how to reflect as a concept. So it is like a samatha concentration practice. But when we go deeper, it will reach to ultimate reality. So it is connecting with vipassana practice. So from the concept, we change it to vipassana or ultimate reality. So before connecting with this sutta, we are explaining about vipassana practice. So after understanding vipassana practice, we will connect. Connect with this sutta, with the nutrition. So I will tell you again about the vipassana practice. So I may say 4 steps of vipassana to practice. Number 1 is discerning rupa, discerning physical body. So number 2 is discerning Dhamma. Number 3 is discerning cause and effect. Number 4 is trying to see arising and perishing of Nama, Rupa, cause and effect. So there are 4 steps. Now we are reaching Rupas. Okay, so Rupas are like 4 elements. Those are we finished. Another one is 5 sense, like eye translucency, ear translucency, nose translucency, tongue translucency, body translucency. After that, the objective rupas, like kala, which is inventing into the eye or eye translucency, sound, inventing ear translucency, smell, taste, touch. Previous one. Huh? Oh, it is rupa. Here is better. Okay, touch. Those materialities finished. So now we will go to 13 finished. So 14. Sex materiality. Bhava rupa. Bhava rupa. So it is we say gross and subtle. This one is a subtle one. So subtle object. Okay. So number 14 we are reaching male sex materiality. Purisa bhava rupa. Male sex materiality. So it is in the male's body. So where it is It is in the whole body, not just in one part. So also we may see in the next one, about 15, female sex materiality. So it is in the female's body, not in one place, the whole body. So we're separating the whole body. So we can see male and female, it is different because of this materiality. This materiality showing as a male, as a female. So male and female, hand also different, eye also different, face also different, body also different. The way of speaking, moving, and going, so those things are different because of this materiality. So it is just known by mind. By seeing, we cannot know. What we see is just a color and form, no more than that. So what we listen is just a sound, no more than that. So understanding as a male or female is that is known by mind. So so in a big body, it is very clear. Male or female is very clear. So because of that materiality. So instead of marking this is male or female, just this is a kind of materiality, something different. Male and female is different. So it is difficult rupa to discern for most of meditators. Problem is mainly because of understanding. So for the meditator, when they practice 4 elements, they have bright lights, or the body is like a bright light. So after that, you may see space. If so, body is broken into small pieces. So so we try to see in one piece or in group of pieces. So those are materiality. So it becomes very difficult. So we usually ask to see in this way. So in a big body, you discern something different from male or different from female. So big body is started from the small ones, small pieces. If a small pieces are combined together, become big body. So if there is this materiality in the big body, so there is in the small piece. So if so, they may understand, they may be able to take those materialities as their objects. So it is a mentally knowing, mentally understanding. If so, we can move the next one. So male sex materiality, as male sex materiality, you should think. You should not think this is a male or female. As a kind of materiality, it is also rising and perishing and changing like that. So in the same way for the female. So this is true only for the male or female. So not everyone's has 2 things, only 1 thing. So okay, next one, heart. Hardaya Vatu. Hardaya Rupa. Heart base. So it is into the heart. There are some bloods in the heart. So on that blood, there is this materiality. So it is performing as a base of mind, base of most of mind. So like bringing up a mind. So the place to dependent for the mind. So it is called the heart base. So usually meditators, they practice jhana. So they have to reflect the jhana factors. So below the jhana factors, you should think materialities performing as a base of those jhana factors. So it is a hardaya vatu, hard base. So according to Buddhist idea, So most of minds are depending on the heart. So it is rise from the beginning point of life. It will last until the end of life. So the beginning point of life, we don't have a hand or head. Start from that place. After like 11 weeks or 7 weeks, we may start to have a head, a hand, those things. Because of this Buddhist idea, mind is dependent on the heart. So heart base is performing as a place or location of the mind. So how do you have to discern? Okay, it is very important because to know the mind, you need to know this base. If your mind can reach heart base, you are possible to know the namas, mentalities arising dependent on heart. So like that, if you know the table, you can know things on the table. It is easier. So because of this, according to meditation practice as a sequence, so first of all, you need to discern rupa. After that, you need to discern nama. Because rupa usually perform as a base, as an object. So if you know base and object, it is possible to know mentality. Okay, next one. Next one is life materiality, jivita rupa. Jivita rupa. Jivita rupa is throughout the body, spreading the whole body, not just in one place. So how can we know this rupa? Usually we may say this is my life, this is me, or like that. We very we make value this rupa. We make this rupa value so much because life is important, something like that. Most of important things we think, but not according to Buddha's idea. So Buddha's idea, like if we come back to morality and life, wise one where language life may protect morality. Something have those teachings. In the same way, these materialities are always arising and perishing, always losing all the time. So we have a limited age, limited life difficulty according to our karma. So some people may last like 1 year, some people 2, 30, 40, some people 100 years at most. So based on their karma. So day after day or minutes after minutes, it is spending, wasting, rising and perishing all the time. So because of this, the Buddha instructs, if you want to take essence from their life, you should practice meditation. You should reflect as a nature dukkha anatta. So life difficulties are losing, but you can get knowledge from them. So it is as essence. So life difficulty, although no one cares, it can die itself. It can lose one day. So not much so valuable. But people think this is very important, like very precious things. So according to Buddha's idea, not the most precious things. So how we know this rupa? So you see a live body and dead body, something different. Our body is alive because of protected by life faculty. So because of this, we can balance our body, although the weather is something cold or heat, we can balance. We may not need to stay in the refrigerator, not to be formed, not to be swine, because it is protected by life difficulty. So we can know by mind we are alive. Our materiality is alive. We cannot. It is not by seeing, not by listening. It is by understanding, known by mind. So you can see your hand. It is different from dead body. So it is life difficulty. So if there is life difficulty in a big body, you take out something very small. In the small also have this rupa. So you should understand it in the practicing time, because in the practicing time, you will make your body into small pieces. So if it is very small, it is a bit difficult to understand. So not in every piece, but generally the whole body, it is spreading. So you may know 5 precepts. Banati Pada Viramani. Banati Pada Viramani is Banati Pada means Bana Adipada. Bana is life. Adipada is falling, make it falling down quickly. So it means killing. So normally life difficulty or life will die itself, although you don't kill. Only the killer or murder just faster only, just faster, because of this Banadipada is Bana, life, and Dipada is make life falling down quickly. So go down quickly, something like that. So it is killing. So about the Bana, what is a Bana? What is a life? So according to Ashimata reality, it is this Rupa, in the Rupa, life of faculty. In the Nama also have this Nama factors. So these 2 factors are called Bana, living being. If there is these 2 factors, you can call it is a living being. If there is no these 2 factors, you can call it is a non-living being. So it is life faculty. So you compare that body, your body, and the sun. Life faculty is as a life faculty, a kind of rupa. It is not me, not mine. It is arising and perishing all the time. It is caused by karma, like sex and materiality. It is caused by karma. So it is not me, not mine. If our karma is weak in the past, so we will have a short life. If our karma is strong, we will have a long life. Okay, this is a life difficulty. Next one. Nutriment, materiality. Nutriment, yeah, according to this Sutta. Our food is mainly nutriment, materiality. So in the body also have nutritive essence, nutriment. So how we can know about this rupa? This rupa also in the whole body, not just in one place. So spreading in the whole body. So you may say this is my strength, my energy, or like that. So mosquito bites our body occasionally because they want to get nutrients from our body. So if the tiger eats, tiger will be stronger because of this nutriment. So we eat many meat, flesh, so to get nutrients. So we can understand when we see the meat, vegetables, we can understand there is a nutrition inside. It is not by seeing, by mind, by understanding. So nutriment, you should reflect as a nutriment. No me, no mind. It is a kind of rupa. So food also just a nutriment. So you should understand it is arising and perishing. A piece of rupa together with the other rupas. Other rupas is especially with the 4 elements. Nutriment dependent on 4 elements. All these cells are rising and perishing. Okay, this is the nutriment. You need to discern. You should occupy. This is my nutriment, my body. Okay, next one. So this is we call previous one 18 rupa. We say concrete materiality. We may say easy one, real materiality. So now we will move to unconcrete materiality. There are 10 types of rupa, unconcrete. So delimiting materiality, prakira rupa. Another usage is a space element. Oh, you are changing. Space element, akasa dhatu. So, okay, no problem. Akasa dhatu. So it is not real rupa, but you need to discern. I think now no electricity, so no, this is a real Burmese style. So space elements. So space means you rise up 2 fingers. So it's quite good to show you 2 fingers. You may see, you may not see. So if I do no space, you may think this is only one. So only one. But if you do, you see space in between. So you understand that this is a 2, not 1 block. So space is nothing. Space is nothing, no real element. Because of this 2 finger, there is a space. Even no 2 finger, no space. So to understand as a 2 finger, you need to see space. So yeah, it is no real materiality, but you need to discern. Because our body, you may think this is 1 block. If we think 1 block, we very possible to say this is my body. So if you can discern this space with your direct knowledge, body break it down so into small pieces. So at that time, very easy to remove perception of being. So because of this, need to discern. In Rahula Wada Sutta, Rahula Wada Sutta, the Buddha instructs to discern 4 element, space element. Quite important. Because of this, in our teaching, we instruct meditators to discern 4 element first. When we discern the 4 element Gananga on a body, so body like become smoke, later become bright light and transparent. At that time, we instructed to see space element. At that time, body break into small pieces. So it is very important to break down the body. So it is practicing time. How we can know? Generally, you may apply medicine on the body. So medicine go into the body. So it is because of space. You drink water, later sweats are coming out. So it is because of space. So there is a space in the body, not just 1 block. So with this idea, you're trying to see if you have concentration, wisdom light, you will see into small pieces. So if you see the small pieces, you already see space. If you see space, you already see klapas. So small pieces. So yeah, this is nothing materiality, not real materiality, but you need to discern, especially to break it down the body. Sometimes this is very important. Maybe for the medicinal case also, this one is important because if the body is blocked, nutrition or blood circulation no go, so those cannot go, so may have a disease. In the practicing time, also some people discern like a wind element, a lot of wind in the body, so it is pushing here and there in the body. So some people discern space, so airs are going out, so no problem like that. So even in the Buddha, when he is practicing austerity, Dokkaracharya, difficult to practice. So one of his practicing is to hold the breath, to close the air into the body. So actually air is very strong, pushing here and there. So the Buddha start to get headache. It lasts the whole life. So happen to practice wrongly because of his karma, past karma. So if there is a space, the air will come out. So something this is can do some treatment. Yeah, treatment. So space element. But usually, we are teaching not for the treatment, for understanding, for removing attachment. We practice. Okay, next one, intimating materiality. 20, bodily intimation. 21, verbal intimation. Bodily intimation is our way of movement of the body. If we say this okay or like that, we thumbs up, thumbs down. So showing our desire towards other people. Like dancers are dancing, we may like it, we may attach to it. So what is that? People attach those things. It is just a bodily intimation, way of movement of real materialities, but itself nothing. So we may shake our hand, something shaking away only. So these are real materiality. The movement, special way of movement, real materiality is bodily intimation. You can see like a Dhamma's body. So it is produced by mind. Mind produces wind elements. Wind elements make the other rupas to shake, controlled by mind. So it is just a special way only. Shaking is a wind element. These are some art like that. Way is something like a fast and slow, down and up or beside, something like that. Those are just ways, not real materiality, but you need to discern as a special way of movement of real materiality. If so, you may not attach. Oh, this is a real materiality's way of movement, nothing special. It is a bodily intimation. If you understand, you may be able to remove your attachment. Okay, next one, verbal intimation. Verbal intimation is a speaking way, the way of speaking. Sometimes loud, sometimes quiet, sometimes fast, sometimes slow. like that. So it is produced by mind. Mind start produce materiality, especially wind, predominant in wind. So materiality is shaking, beating here and there. So sounds are come out. Sound is a real materiality. Moving is a wind element, but the way of moving is it is a verbal intimation. So it is a way of movement around the mouth. So it is not real materiality, but real materiality is moving away. So to show we are angry or we are happy, like that. So it is a need to understand, because we listen song and we attach. Oh, he produces the song in this and that way. So we attach to it. What is that? We need to understand. So if we understand verbal intimation as a verbal intimation, so we may not attach to it. Next one. Okay, 22, lightness, the Huda, 23, softness, 24, realityness. These are always together if there is. Always together if there is no. So sometimes our body light and soft, reality. Sometimes not like that. What is that? Some special thing or not? It is not real materiality. If real materialities are balanced or good, if the four elements are balanced, so we will have a lightness, softness, realityness. If it is not good, so we will not have these three. Something like a good car, high quality car, low quality car. So everything is the same, but in the high quality car, everything's high quality, so better. So everything is smooth. So in the low quality car, everything is not smooth. Like that. This lightness, softness, awareness caused by mind, caused by weather, and caused by food. So if your mind is not okay, may not have these three. If the weather is not okay, will not have these three. If the food is not okay, will not have these three. If everything is okay, we'll have these three. So lightness, just you should do lightness, something balancing of real materialities. Okay, next one, 25. 25 generation, 26 continuity. These two are actually the same. It is called jadi, arising. First arising of a particular rupa is generation. It is a beginning point of our life. Later arising of a particular materiality is a continuity. Now also arising. So now mostly continuity. So beginning point of our life, especially in the mother womb, it is a generation. But it is based on listeners' desire the Buddha teach. We can easily say these two are just arising. So 27 is Jarada, aging. Aging. So 28 is impermanence or death. So if one materiality start to appear, it is called arising, generation, continuity. If this materiality die or disappear, it is impermanence or death. Between this arising and death, in the middle, it is aging. So this is just a marking rupa, because this is correct. Marking real materiality. When a real materiality appears, it is arising. If it disappears, it is impermanence. In between, it is aging. So just a marking. So nothing you can buy, you can find in the real materiality. Just a real materiality is appearing and disappearing in between. So this is called generation, continuity, or rising, aging, impermanence, or death. So these are 28 rupas. In our body, 27 rupas, not female materiality. In the female's body, 27, not male sex materiality. So it is discerning rupas in details, because usually those are things we think, oh, this is my skin, like that, my color, and this is my energy, or this is my life, we may think, or my heart, I see with my eye, we may say like that. So we occupy or identify as a me or mine. So this perception will cause many problems. It is not realistic. Only thinking and saying, not reality. So realities are, these things are reality. May have elements, may have more than that, but we may not need to discern, we may not attach those things. It is enough to remove attachment for the physical bodies. So sometimes you may discern in detail. After that, you can group as a rupa. These are rupa. Rupa means changing. Changing by what? Changing by weather, changing by food, temperature, food, mind, and karma, like that. So it is a rupa, rupa, rupa. When you see rupa, you may not differentiate individuals, just something the same nature. For example, if we say human, we may not divide male or female, Western or Asian. We may not divide. If we see human, like one head, two hands, two legs, and no tail, so it is enough. No need to differentiate as color, skin, tall and short. No need to do. In the same way, when you see as a rupa, so just you're trying to see as a changing. All rupa, these all rupas are changing because of causes. So we mark, and this is just a rupa, not me, not mind. We note, we mark our body, because original marking is that this is my body, this is me. It can cause many problems, because although we say me and mind, not real. Because of not real, it will change without our desire. So when it is changing, we are sad, we have sorrow. So not to have those things, we need to reflect Gananga as a materiality, not trying to do this is a me or mind. So we not let our mind to think this is a me or mind. Let mind to think as a materiality. So it is a brief teaching about the materiality for practicing or for daily reflection. But we know yet differentiate. These are caused by mind, these are caused by karma, or like that. Some category we may have. So, but I think it is enough discerning materiality. So now about the physical body, we become clear. There is no soul in the physical body. Like everything we need to discern already done. So let's say we are clear about the view of soul, non-self view in the physical body. So we will move to second step, discerning Nama. Okay, discerning Nama. To discern Nama is how we think, how we know something, how we happy in the mind. So normally like that, we see and think from the idol. Okay, can you see? So because of this, we say Ananda, although you cannot say I see, my seeing. So you cannot control about the seeing. If there is a light, you will see. If no light, you will not see. So because of this, seeing as a seeing to reflect, it is better. Okay, so now you are seeing and thinking. So we see, we think. So as a reality, what you are seeing is just a color and form, no more than that. But you may think, this is a Bande Janaka, like that, giving Dhamma talk. He is staying in Pune, or like that, continuous thinking. So the eye is seeing. Seeing is very simple, just a color and form. But your thinking is not simple. It can be different for the different people. So our mind, seeing and thinking, this is one. Another thing, you listen to the sound and think. Listening and thinking. So something embedded to your ear is just a sound. No more than that. No meaning, not any language, just a sound impinging your ear. It is a reality. You understand, not understand, it is your thinking. You happy to listen or sad to listen, it is your presentation. Not reality. Reality is a sound hitting ear. It is sure. There is an ear translucency. My sound hitting your ear. But you may know the meaning. You may not know the meaning. If you have learned, if you have old perceptions, which sounds what kind of meaning, if so you can translate. But if you don't have old perception about this sound, you cannot translate, just hearing. So because of this, our process, mental process, listening and thinking. Listening and thinking. Thinking can be many. Sometimes even we lose another sound to pay attention because of continuous thinking. So, like that. After that, next one is next door is nose door, previous eye door, ear door. Some object will come from the nose door. Smell. Smell impinge your nose translucency. So you think. So Burmese nose, Singaporean's nose may not be the same. we are thinking smell. Complete smell is good for Burmese nose. Our thinking like that. So you may like some smell. So our mind is not the same. Translating is not the same. But something embedded in the nose is the same for everyone. It is a smell only. Good or bad, nice or not nice, it is a mind process. So smelling and thinking. Next door, tongue door, in the middle of the tongue especially. If you put food, you may not taste. Something embedded into the tongue is just a taste. And don't know this is a chicken or pig or like that, or vegetables. It is your translation. So we have like a fake meat. Some people may think it is a real. Some people may think it is a vegetable, because it is not so sure. Sometimes vegetable pretend as a meat. Sometimes a real meat pretend as a fake meat. So, but how you translate is the question of you. So you may think it is a real meat, or you may think it is just a vegetable. So we can translate in any way. So because of this, we taste and think. This is we say Dhamma. So see and think, listen and think, smell and think, eating and think. So next one is touching. We touch. Many things we are touching. So where you pay attention. So something impinge you is just a tangible object. Tangible object is only three things, but we like a soft and hard, something solid things, or temperature, cold and heat, or how to say, like a pushing wind. So these are three things touching you. But you may think this is a sofa or like that, something this and that. So touching is very simple, only three things. But you are thinking is can be different. Can be different. I heard one story like that. One of a lady, Westerner maybe. So want to shake Bhikku's hand. Bhikku's hand. Bhikkhu not allow, not give a hand. Well, what happened? What is the reason? So Bhikkhu explained, we cannot touch the lady. So if we touch with a normal mind, it is like a small offense. If like attachment, something, man and woman attachment, if we have, it is a big problem. So need to cure with many bhikkhus. We need to invite. So we can explain. So at that time, the lady told to the bhikkhu, "Oh, you are having an attachment just by holding hand. I don't have any attachments or any like a lust or love. So what happened? How long you have been practiced?" So Bhikkhu said 10 years. Oh, you consider your practice. Something like that. Because of Bhikkhu, usually we allow. We have something offense. Because of this, once a touch, you may think this and that. The mind will go very quickly, not like normal. So it is like a mind's translation can be different. Touching is actually like a solid, but we other element, abo, tejo, fire element, temperature, like a wind. So these are three things, but our perception, our thinking, not the same. So because of this, it is a body door. Body door is big. So if we think of feet, we will know feet. If we think like here, in front of nose, like practicing Anapana, we will know only here. We will not know other things. So it is a touching and thinking. It is body door. So there are 5 doors: eye door, ear door, nose door, tongue door, body door. From those doors, objects can come in, or we can connect with the outside things through these 5 doors. After that, we think. So see and think, listen and think, smell and think, taste and think, and touch and think. So we need to learn those processes. Another thing, just thinking. Just thinking. So not using eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, just thinking. So sometimes you fall asleep. So it means you are not using your ear and eye, so you fall asleep, or you may dream instead of listening to Dhamma. No problem, no one can see. So it is like the good point of Zoom. So just thinking we have a present object, we don't take, just thinking some other things. It is we call pure mind. Pure mind. So we need to learn fight our mind. We need to learn pure mind. So another thing is in the near death, how we die. It is we need to learn. So that's all for the Dhamma, for the normal people. So when we practice meditation, how we take those objects. For example, if we practice a kasina meditation, keep a color in front of you, white. So you see white. That is taking by eye and marking by mind. Later, although you close your eye, you will see that white color. At that time, you are just a mind arising, more powerful than mind. Some are taken by ear. For example, 32 parts in the past. In the past, teacher teach how is liver, how is heart. Teacher told what is the color, what is the shape. So disciple listen, after that reflect again. Those objects appear in the mind. So in the beginning, taken by ear, later used by mind. More powerful, can see like a seeing with the eye. So in the same way, nose meditation, little bit only, like Asubha meditation. So trying to get a smell, like a foul smell. So with the nose, later you can take with your mind. It is a really practice. But when we reflect the 32 parts, I think a small smell also included. So next one is taste. Taste as a meditation, Vipassana meditation have, but sometimes not obviously. Bodily touching is quite many. For example, if we practice Anapana, breathing meditation, so the air is touching here. Here, in the skin, there is a body translucency, which can know the tangible object. Because of this, we know the object. So the air, taking in with this skin. So we take the air, breathe in, breathe out, we know by skin. But later, mind remember not using the skin. When it is strong, so directly know that the breath, even you can see that breath like a bright light. So some then 4 elements, for example, if you practice a 4 element, the whole body is your object. So like you want to know other elements, so we can know by touching. It is hard and soft, other element. So we can feel it, reflect again. Later, mind becomes stronger, so directly we know the other element, something like that. Sometimes we have to give example, taking by mind, about the taking by mind. For example, someone eating lemon in front of you. You may be very sour. So no lemon on your tongue, but you can be sour with your mind. In the same way, like a Vipassana practitioner, by using mind, they can really see, they can really hear, like hearing with the ear, very the same. In the same way, smell, taste, touching, or other things, directly by mind. Like you see someone eating lemon, and you someone very strongly, because it is because of our object. Lemon is really very sour. so you remember very well. But some subtle things, by using your mind power, although it is a small object, you increase your mind power. You're trying to take that object. So at that time, when you reflect some materiality, it will appear in your mind obviously. So you can discern with the mind. So strong mind is we use mind. No, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, not so strong. Mind is more stronger than 5 doors. Okay, so next time we will learn eye door, ear door, nose door, tongue door, body door process, and the mind door process, and near death process. Now we should stop according to time. Okay. Okay, time. Oh, time. Okay. Okay. So if there is a question, you can ask.
There's one question on the screen. Question from Siale Niana Chari. Okay, we know that our intention, voluntary actions are driven by the wind element of our mind-born rupas. What about those actions which are non-intentional or non-voluntary actions, such as the heartbeat or the movement of digested food in the intestines? What kind of rupa drives those non-intentional or involuntary actions, please?
So it is also a wind element. So this our movement speaking is it is done by mind. So wind elements are not just done by mind. Some are done by karma. Some are done by weather, temperature. Some are done by nutrition. So heartbeat, it is coming from beginning point of our life. It is possible, so done by karma for most of the time. But it is also changeable based on wind element.
Bante, sorry, just now the internet, I think, stopped for a while. Can Bante repeat?
Okay. So heartbeat, digestion, those movements, every movement is a wind element. So about this hand shaking, it is very clear, done by mind, like speaking, blinking eye, those are done by mind. But some wind elements are not just done by mind, done by 4 causes. Like a temperature, food, karma, and mind. So, like heartbeat, most of the time it is possible done by karma. So it is also possible sometimes if you eat non-proper food, may have something changing, moving is faster and slow. So in the same way, based on temperature, weather, it can change your heartbeat to something different. So anyway, those are wind elements caused by different causes.
Okay, another question, Bante. Wandami Sado, could Bante explain the differences between sound, sada, in Gochara Rupa with the sound element, sada tatu, in 18 elements?
It is the same things. Gochara is like an object. Sound, if you take as an object, become Gochara Rupa. Sound, if you don't take as an object, you may say just a sound. So when you are listening to this talk, sometimes you may sleep. If so, it is a sound, just a sound, not your object. Okay, it is the same thing as a factor. Repeat after me. Idame Bonyam Nibanasa Pachayo Hodu Mama Punya Bhagam
Mama Punya Bhagam
Sabha Sadanam
Sabha Sadana
Pajemi
Pajemi
Desabe
Desabe
Desamam
Desamam
Punya Bhagam
Punya Bhagam
Labandu
Labantu
Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu